What is up, Transformer fans and toy collectors? This is Zagatron with another figure review. And today, I'll be reviewing the Transformers Studio Series 86 Grimlock and Autobot Wheelie. And here is Grimlock and Wheelie in packaging. And so let's take a closer look. There's Grimlock, there's Wheelie. There's a nice image of Grimlock and Wheelie riding the top of Grimlock. He is a Studio Series 8606, the sixth in this wave. It says down around the bottom of the box, Grimlock and Autobot Wheelie from Transformers the movie. We have the Transformers Generations logo on the side. So let's go to this side of the box. We have the Studio Series 8606, same image of Wheelie and Grimlock. He is a leader class. Let's go to the other side of the box. We also have this very cool 86 on the side. Same image of Wheelie and Grimlock. On the bottom, Transformers Authentic. Let's go to the back of the box. And we have images of Grimlock in his T-Rex mode and his robot mode. We also have an image there of Wheelie riding Grimlock. And this is from the Mockery of Justice scene in Transformers the movie. And for a quick bio, it says Grimlock and the Dinobot Storm, the Quintesson Courtroom. He does transform in 24 steps. And that is it for the packaging. So let's get Grimlock and Wheelie out of packaging. And here's Studio Series Grimlock out of packaging. And boy, does this guy look amazing. I'd say this guy... to me, he's a mini masterpiece, in my opinion. But before we get closer to with the figure, let's take a look at the accessories. And here is his weapon. No paint apps on it, just just black plastic. And of course, the other accessory he comes with is Wheelie. And here is Wheelie. And Wheelie doesn't do much other than just getting into his slingshot pose. But other than that, this is a very well detailed figure. I love the paint apps on this guy. I love the glossy orange paint on him. They've done a pretty good job on it. Other than all the hollow insides of his legs there, but other than that, very nice looking head sculpt. A lot of molded in detail, but you can't that's basically all he does. You can't bend his legs, you can't bend his elbows. He does have ball joints here at the shoulders, and he does have ball joints here at the hips. But you could basically, his job is to just be posted on top of Grimlock to give you that whole scene in the movie. But very nice looking figure. I hope that the Hasbro releases a core class Wheelie in the near future, so we could pair him up with this guy. But for now, this guy will do. I know there is an upgrade kit there that you can bend his knees, and it gives you a little bit more posability. But it doesn't have the glossy orange paint that this guy has. It's just plain orange color. But this Wheelie looks very nice. It's unfortunate that he only does this, but not too bad. And so now let's get to the main attraction here, which is Grimlock. And this is probably the best version of Grimlock that I've seen. I think he's the perfect size, the perfect detail to him. And he does feel kind of hefty for a mainline figure, which is not a masterpiece. He does feel very, very premium, but he does have that hefty look that you'd expect from Grimlock. I mean, we had the Power of the Primes version, and we had the G1, and I think they got the size on this guy right. Let's take a closer look at the detail. Let's get his backdrop out of the way. Forgot to mention this awesome backdrop that comes with all these Studio Series 86 figures. So let's take a closer look at Grimlock here. Looking at that awesome looking head sculpt. I love the smoky gray plastic here. You can see he's got an Autobot symbol there in his chest. A lot of very nice molded in details. Let's take a look. I love all these colors on his legs. Very well made figure. I'm very impressed with Hasbro. So let's get down to the articulation. The head is on a ball joint, so you get all sorts of wiggle with it. His shoulders on a ratchet, so you have all sorts of movement there. Very, very nice. These are his dinosaur legs, so they do lock. You can unlock the elbow, so you get the elbow bend there. There's a tab that locks the leg in place when and you could also get like a bit of a bend. So, but then you unlock, and then you have all sorts of elbow movement. You have a wrist rotation. We have waist rotation on him as well. His legs, it's got that movement forward, and they go that much back. These knees also lock, but he also has a knee bend all the way, and he also has an ankle rocker. You could put this guy in some very nice dynamic poses. Very impressed with this figure. There is no other Grimlock other than this one. I would even skip I wouldn't even buy the Masterpiece one. I'll just stick with this one. So for the accessories, you could have Grimlock hold his weapon like that. Or you could also store his weapon. And the back part, you see his dinosaur arm. There is about a notch right there on the gun, and it just snaps right over the dinosaur arm like that. And there you have your weapon storage. And as far as Wheelie, you can grab Wheelie here, and he has a little peg underneath his thigh, and there is a port right over Grimlock's shoulder right there, and you could just sit Wheelie right there on Grimlock's shoulder, and that is a pretty cool look right there. So now that the accessories are out of the way, let's get down to transformation. And so for transformation, let's first remove Wheelie. Let's remove his weapon from the back. First thing we do, we're gonna flip in his fists. They just flip in like that. All right, then we're gonna straighten out his arms. Like that. So we're gonna come down to his legs. I'm going to flip them over like that. So these panels here, we're going to open them up like that. And so then these panels here, we're going to flip them in like that. So we're going to detach the leg. Right now these legs come clipped through his back part of his knee. So we're just going to detach them like that. And so then let's get this dinosaur head out of the way. We're gonna flip him up for now. And then we're going to flip all this over like that. Make sure everything flips over. Flip them over like that. We're gonna straighten everything out. Everything here will tab in together. So then, once we have that, we're going to detach this part of the tail. And so it just folds open, and we're just gonna straighten it out. So we have something that looks like this, and we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. It's on a hinge, so it comes all over. It goes into this slot right there. And then we have two pieces of the tail. So then now we're just going to start tabbing everything in. There are tabs in here in the inner portions of his leg. There's slots on the other side, so we're just going to make sure everything tabs in nicely. And then we're going to close the legs like that to form the tail. This goes out like that. This goes out like that. And so we have everything all tabbed in like that. So now we're going to move in over to the front, to this chest. So this chest is being held by two tabs right here. So we're just going to pull it apart like that. So those two tabs right there, they go right there. So this part just slides down like that to form his lower dinosaur body. So everything's going to sit here. There's these two side tabs here. They're going to tab into the side. Make sure everything is nicely tabbed in. Make sure everything slides into place. All right, so then we're going to get his robot head, and we're just going to just flip it inwards like that. So then we're just gonna get these two side panels. They're on a hinge up here. We're gonna bring them down. And then everything is going to collapse in. And then we're just going to flip down his dinosaur head. And there we have Grimlock all transformed into an awesome looking G1-y Grimlock. And wow, I'm amazed. They never cease to amaze me, Hasbro. They've done an amazing job with these characters. So there is Grimlock, and you could pose him as the king of dinosaurs, just like in Jurassic Park. They detached his head. And you could go for that look. And let's take a closer look at Grimlock as well. Let's take a quick look at his chest. That's a nice Autobot symbol there. I love all the gold trim on him. Very awesome detail in this figure. I'm loving all the details. These little dinosaur arms are on ball joints, so you can move them. So his mouth opens and closes. And he's got head articulation, can move up and down. Very, very cool. And if you want to store his gun, these panels aren't tabbing correctly here. If you want to store his gun in dinosaur mode, he does have 2 tabs right there. And so, 2 slots, and there's 2 tabs on the gun right here. And so this gun just tabs into place right here over his dinosaur hump, like that. So you have gun storage, and then you could put Wheelie right on his side. He's got a little notch right there on the side of his neck, and so he's got a little port on his knee, and so Wheelie could just slide on over here, and that port just goes right in there, and then there's Wheelie riding Grimlock, ready to shoot from his slingshot. And that is another awesome display piece right there. Very, very cool. I love these guys. And so for my final thoughts on this figure, he gets a 10 out of 10. Yes, a perfect score. This is the best version of Grimlock in a mainline figure. And Hasbro has been doing an amazing job recreating all these G1 characters, and I'm loving it. Wheelie didn't factor in my final decision since he's mostly an accessory. He is a nice looking figure, but very limited articulation and no transformation whatsoever. But I'm very happy with both these guys. So yeah, please make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to leave a comment down below. And this is Zagatron signing out. And this was the Transformers Studio Series 86 Grimlock and Wheelie video review. Thank you for watching.